This boy was climbing up the freaking wall like Spider-Man. He was... What's up guys, it's Kendra from the Rivera family and we are back with another video. Today I am doing another story time. I've done story times before, but today I'm going to do another story time. And today's story time is about the time I had the roommate from HE double hockey sticks. Like, this roommate was the worst roommate ever in life. I don't think anybody has a worse roommate story. If you have had a horrible roommate, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what your roommate did that was so horrible, or why you feel like your roommate was so horrible. Let me know down in the comment section. Before we get into this video, if you're not already subscribed to our channel and this is your first time coming to this channel, welcome. Be a part of our family. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notified when we post new videos. And go ahead and give this a thumbs up right now, just in case you forget later on. Just go ahead and do it now because that helps us out. If you are returning to our channel and you're already subscribed and everything, hi girl, hey, or hey family, how are you? So let's go ahead and just get right into this video. So this was my college roommate. This was my sophomore year, because my freshman year I had my best friend as my roommate, so that was awesome. And we had applied to be roommates the next year, but I don't know what happened. I ended up all the way across campus while she ended up in the dorm that I wanted to be in. I was an art major. I went to Norfolk State University. I do have a bachelor's degree. Was it worth my time? No. And that's a whole nother story time and another time that we can get into that. But yeah, through the whole experience, like, me and the girl, we became really cool. Like, we were doing each other's hair. She was just really nice to me. She introduced me to her family, her friends, and I thought that we were cool. Okay? I thought that we were meshing. We even went and applied to be roommates in the suites, which was like the apartment style living, because the dorm that we were living in at the time was for upperclassmen and it was for athletic females, so anybody that played a sport, because it was like near all of the fields and the gym. Anyway, we applied to be in the suites together as suite mates and we got approved. Like, that's how close me and this girl had gotten. Now, I don't know what happened, but I'm going to tell y'all about around when everything started to shift. So, one day I was taking a nap between classes and she comes in and I wake up, and when I wake up I tell her, I'm like, oh snap, I just had a dream about fish. Like, somebody is pregnant that I know. The somebody that I had a dream about was her, but I did not tell her that. I just said somebody that I know is pregnant, and I told her about the dream, and I told her I was scrolling through like Facebook but it was underwater and the images were blurry and I couldn't see who it was, and there was little fish just like swimming around, and I was like, that you have a dream about fish, somebody is pregnant. So somebody pregnant. That's all that I said. She told me she was seeing this boy and she had known him from before she had went to school or whatever, but she was like, oh, he's kind of young. And I was like, oh girl, whatever, what is kind of young? Because the guy that I was seeing at the time, he was younger than me. I was like, what is younger? What is that? And then this girl comes out and says that she 20 something years old and the child is like 15, 16. And I'm like, okay, R. Kelly, I'ma just leave that alone. That ain't none of my business. This chick started sneaking him in the room at night. And I was like, okay, I'm not really okay with this, but snitches get stitches, so I'm not about to snitch on her. So I was like, I'm good, you do you, boo, but I'm not really okay with this. Now, mind you, we stayed on the second floor of this dorm. It was like, it's not a tall building, but it's not a short building either. And there was nothing that you can like climb up on. So I was just kind of in disbelief at the fact that this boy was able to get into our room. And then she showed me how. And I kid you guys not, I'm not lying at all. This boy was climbing up the freaking wall like Spider-Man. He was up that brick wall like Spider-Man, coming in the window. And like, she would turn off all the lights so that when he came in, our room was dark and they couldn't see him crawling into the window. But I'm like, security cameras can definitely see this boy crawling up like a freaking spider. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, he was sneaking in the room. She couldn't have him use the bathroom at night, so she was having him like pee in bottles and stuff like that, and she would take it and dump it in the morning. So I was like, okay, y'all do y'all. That's between y'all. As long as I'm not in this, I don't know nothing about it. So time went on, and then this one particular weekend, like, this is when everything just like hit the fan. So this one particular weekend, she calls me, or she texts me, and she's like, hey, everything in your refrigerator is spoiled. I don't know what happened. Your refrigerator stopped working, but I cleaned out your refrigerator and I made sure that your refrigerator was working again. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird. Like, I don't understand how my brand new, it was just bought like last year as I was a freshman, refrigerator just stopped working out of nowhere. But okay, I just went with it. Thank you for cleaning it. That's all that I said. Thank you. Thank you for cleaning it. Thank you for making sure it works. So I get back and I'm like thinking to myself, my rug was in front of my refrigerator. And if like all of that stuff was like spoiled and leaking out, because I had like broccoli and cheese and stuff like that, just in case I missed meal plan, that was what I had to eat, which it did happen a lot, because when you're an art major, you have classes from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. All of my classes were like 3 hours long. I kid you not. Anyway, yeah, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure that this rug stinks. So I went to go pick up the rug, and the rug smells like pee. And I'm like, yeah, no. Like, I just don't understand this. This is not adding up for me, because why does stuff smell like pee? And you had to clean my refrigerator because apparently my refrigerator just stopped working. Like, this is not clicking for me. So after that, I didn't say anything because I didn't have any proof and I didn't want to cause any issues. After that, you know, I just started to keep my distance from her. And I was trying to keep my distance from her, and I really was trying to keep my distance from her boyfriend because he was like there all the time. And I was like, okay. I just started staying with friends, or I would stay out, or like I would stay at the guy that I was dating at the time's aunt's house. I would just not stay on campus or stay in my dorm room because I was just very, very uncomfortable with the whole situation in itself. And then I was noticing that like my water bottles were going missing, my Hi-C drinks, and I did not play about my Hi-C. I told her, I said, you can have anything. You can ask me for anything, but do not ask me for my Hi-C. Do not drink my torrential punch. That is my Hi-C, and I am not okay with anybody drinking that, okay? That was my stuff, okay? Those were going missing, so I was very irritated about that too. The day that everything hit the fan was the day that I was like, okay, I'm done. This is enough. Like, I'm about to kill this girl. Like, that's how serious it was. So this one particular night, I couldn't stay with any of my friends, and the aunt couldn't come and get me, so I ended up having to stay in the dorm room. I sleep fully clothed that night. Like, I get in the bed, I got jeans, t-shirt, all of that is on. And for some particular reason, some little voice inside my head was like, girl, you better lock your stuff up. I never locked my wardrobe. The whole time that we were roommates, I never locked it. So this particular day, when that little voice was like, girl, you better lock your stuff up, I was like, let me listen to that voice. And I locked my wardrobe. Okay? So I locked mine that night. I put all of my valuable stuff in there, which I had, again, I was an art major. I was a graphic design, it was graphic design emphasis, so I had my MacBook, and that was like the thing that I asked for from my parents for forever, and they finally got it for me for my graduation present. Like everybody else, they'd be like, I want a car when I graduate. I had no interest in driving, so I was like, yeah, give me a MacBook, please. That's what I want, a MacBook with all the bells and whistles. I had that. I had my camera, my first DSLR camera that I purchased with my money that I worked hard for. I had G-Shocks when the back then the G-Shocks was really, really popular and they were expensive. So I had a whole bunch of those. All of that I took and I locked up in the wardrobe. The only thing that I did not lock in the wardrobe was one G-Shock, my keys, of course, and then my wallet, which I should have locked my wallet in there, but I wasn't really thinking about it right then and there. So I get in the bed. I've got one of the G-Shocks on. The rest are in the wardrobe. I got the keys to it under the pillow. And I'm like in and out of sleep. And then I hear them talking to each other. And I hear she got this, she got that. And when I hear that, I'm like, okay, I'm awake now. I'm awake. Because they're talking about me and my stuff. So then I hear them go over to my wardrobe. I don't know which one it was because I kept my eyes closed the whole time. But I hear them pulling on the wardrobe door. And it's locked. So I'm like, okay, I hear metal clashing. I know you're trying to get into my wardrobe. It's locked. You ain't getting in, boo-boo. So then I hear them over there talking. Well, where's the key? Da 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 da. Check her drawer, her desk drawer, because she has a whole bunch of G-Shocks. So I hear them go, and this was the roommate, my roommate, talking to her boyfriend. So I hear her telling him what I have. So I guess he goes over to my desk and he's looking through and he's like, no, it's not over there. She tells him to look for my computer, because that's where I usually kept my computer. It's not over there either. I put all of that in the wardrobe. All of it was in the wardrobe. So then, you know how you can feel somebody over you? Like, I have my eyes closed at this point, because I'm not trying to open up my eyes and then they see that I'm awake and then they knock me out. You just don't wake up during a crime or open up your eyes while a crime is going on, like while you're in the middle of it, because when you're a witness, they do stuff to the witnesses. So I'm the witness and the victim at this point. So I just kept my eyes closed. But you know how you feel somebody just like over top of you, staring at you? That's what I felt at that moment, because her boyfriend had came over and he's standing over top of me looking at me in the bed. And he goes back to her and he's like, yo, she got the G-Shock on. She got one of the G-Shocks on. And the keys, again, the keys were under my pillow, but they were like in sight, so he could see the keys. So I guess they gave up and they just went in my purse and ended up stealing money out of my wallet, which, you know, I always kept money on me because my parents were like, you never know what happens. I keep money on me. But I also had this card that was attached to their bank account at the time, and I am so glad they did not take it, because if they went on a shopping spree, my parents would have been so mad at me. At that point, that was my breaking point. So that morning, I got up. It was like 6 o'clock. I was like, I don't care who I got to talk to, who I go see, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. I called my best friend. I was like, I'm about to bring you my stuff. I take my laptop, like all of my valuable stuff, I take it to her. And I'm like, please put it in your room. Because she didn't have a roommate. Her roommate dropped out closer to the end of the year. So she didn't have a roommate. I told her, keep my stuff in your room. And I was like, I don't care who I got to talk to, who I got to see. I'm about to go see whoever and say whatever and tell them whatever. Because at this point, if I don't, I'm going to kill this girl. And I'm like, dead serious that if I don't get out of this room, I'm gonna kill her, and I mean it. And then it's gonna be double homicide that I go down for, because I done killed her and her baby. So I was like, let me go talk to somebody. So I go to the RAs, or the people that's at the front desk, and I'm like, whoop-de-whoop, this happened, da-da-da. And they're like, oh, yeah, we need to get you out of that room. So at first they were trying to get me into a room with somebody else in that dorm. And I was like, no, I need to be out of this dorm completely. So they ended up moving me into my best friend's room, because I was like, she don't have nobody in her room. Like, let me go move over there. I move into my best friend's dorm room. But as I'm moving my stuff, like, there's pee in my trash can. I'm finding pee bottles in my stuff. I'm finding, like, stuff, like my floor around my bed had pee on it. So he was just like peeing on all of my stuff, and she was just okay with it. And I'm like, that's trifling. Now, I didn't just let this lie. I know y'all like, I know you didn't just sit there and just did not confront this girl. No, I didn't confront her, but I did take them pee bottles. I got me some gloves, and I took them pee bottles and I poured them all over her clothes, every last bit of them. She didn't lock her wardrobe, so I was like, you walk around in your boyfriend's pee. How about that? And then I went and got some, y'all know that itching powder, the stuff, the itchy stuff. It make you itch. It was like from a joke store. I went and got that. Sprayed that over her bed and her stuff. And I was like, y'all about to be thinking y'all got lice and bed bugs. But yes, that was my horror story of my roommate from HE Double Hockey Sticks. I did end up seeing her later. She never apologized, but her cousin tried to apologize to me about it, and I was just like, no, I'm not trying to hear that. We got R. Kelly and Junior R. Kelly, because he was peeing on everything. But anyways, let me know in the comment section if you have any horror stories with roommates like I did. If you think your story is worse, let me know. If there's anything that you guys want to see from us in the future, let us know. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.